Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called Cabin of the Howling. No one at Ridgeway High ever forgot the story. 5 people, college kids home for fall break, had gone camping in the woods north of town the year before. They parked by the old service road, hiked 3 miles in, and were never seen alive again. The police said animal attack. Locals said cult. Older folks just shook their heads and said, that cabin ain't empty. So of course, someone dared 4 high school seniors to spend the night there. The dare. Flint Dougie laughed first. He always did, short buzzed hair, sharp grin, the kind of guy who never backed down because backing down meant losing. Daley Corbin sat beside him in the bleachers, long-limbed and quiet, fingers worrying at the frayed strap of his backpack even while he smiled like he wasn't nervous. Bellamy Denzel rolled his eyes. Big guy. Football shoulders. Brave because everyone expected him to be. Butch Lenny didn't say anything at all. Butch was the type who watched shadows instead of people. You won't last an hour, one of the juniors said, tossing a crumpled bill at Flint. That cabin. That's where the 5 disappeared. Easy money, Flint said. We camp, we film, we come back, bet's done. Daley hesitated. People don't just vanish. But Bellamy clapped him on the shoulder. That's why it's a dare. Butch finally spoke. His voice was low. Something hunts out there. Everyone laughed. They shouldn't have. Into the woods. They left just before sunset Friday evening. The woods swallowed sound. The deeper they went, the quieter it became. No birds, no wind, no insects. Just their boots crunching dead leaves and Flint's phone light bobbing ahead. The cabin appeared suddenly, like it had grown out of the trees. 1 story. Collapsing roof. Windows black with rot. Scratches gouged deep into the wood, long, uneven lines like something had raked the walls again and again. Daley swallowed. Those weren't here last year. My cousin said. Flint pushed the door open. Inside, the smell hit them first. Rot, wet fur, iron. Bellamy gagged. Something died in here. Butch stared at the far wall. Carved into it, deep, deliberate. Don't stay after dark. The sun slipped below the trees. Somewhere in the distance, something howled. It wasn't a wolf. The first kill, Bellamy. They decided to split up. That mistake killed Bellamy first. He stepped outside to grab more firewood, muttering about raccoons and bears. The woods swallowed his flashlight beam. The scream came 30 seconds later. Not fear. Pain. Flint and Daley ran. Butch froze. They found Bellamy's flashlight first, cracked, flickering. Then the blood. Dragged across the dirt in wide arcs, like something had pulled him backward by the legs. They followed it to the tree line. Bellamy was pinned upright against an oak. His chest was opened like paper. Ribs snapped outward. His face was frozen in shock, eyes wide, mouth pulled apart too far, like something had tried to stretch him open. Something heavy landed behind them. They ran. Behind them, claws tore bark. Breath snorted, hot, wet, furious. A howl exploded through the trees, close enough to shake their bones. The second kill, Daley. They barricaded the cabin door. Daley was shaking so hard his teeth clicked. It wasn't a bear. Bears don't do that. The scratching started immediately. Not frantic. Patient. Something circled the cabin. Nails tapped the wood. A wet nose sniffed through the cracks. Then the roof groaned. Daley screamed. The ceiling split open as something dropped inside. Fur. Muscle. A wolf's skull stretched wrong over a man's face, jaw unhinged, teeth too many. Daly didn't even have time to run. The werewolf grabbed him by the head and twisted. The sound was like snapping celery. Daly's body collapsed, legs still twitching as his head rolled across the floor and stopped at Flint's feet, eyes blinking once before going still. The creature turned toward Flint and Butch. Blood soaked its fur. It smiled. The third kill, Flint. Flint bolted. Out the back window, into the trees, lungs burning. He could hear it behind him, 4 legs now, faster than thought. He tripped. Hands grabbed his ankle. The werewolf dragged him screaming through leaves and dirt, slammed him against a stump. Flint begged. He cried. He promised everything. The creature leaned close. Its breath smelled like the inside of the cabin. Then it bit. Not his throat. His stomach. It tore him open and let him watch. Flint's screams turned wet and thin as the werewolf fed, blood spraying the leaves, intestines spilling like pale rope. The howling stopped. Silence returned. The last one, Butch. Butch didn't run. He hid. Under the cabin. The smell of blood soaked into the dirt above him. He heard the creature pace. Sniff. Scratch. Hours passed. Then a whisper. Butch. His name, spoken wrong, like someone trying to remember how human voices worked. Butch. Come out. He covered his mouth and prayed. Morning light crept through the trees. Sirens echoed in the distance. The creature growled, angry, reluctant, and vanished into the woods. The morning after. The police found Butch under the cabin, half mad, nails torn and bleeding. They found Bellamy nailed to the tree. Daly's head and body in separate corners of the cabin. Flint. Scattered. The woods were quiet again. The official report said animal attack. But every full moon after that, something howls near the old abandoned cabin. And sometimes, it says a name.